Outside, two massive forms were locked in a brutal struggle. One was enormous, its shape humanoid, covered in matted fur. It stood taller than any man, with a presence that seemed to shake the very air. The other creature, it was like a giant wolf, but something was off about it. Its eyes gleamed in the moonlight, and its long claws scraped against the wood as it fought. The ground beneath them shook as they wrestled, and Owen could hear the bones-crushing sounds of their battle. His heart pounded in his chest, and for the first time he was paralyzed with terror. After what felt like hours, the creatures suddenly stopped, as if they had sensed Owen's presence. The wolf-like creature ran off into the trees, and the massive humanoid figure disappeared into the shadows. Owen didn't know how long he stood there, frozen, before he finally pulled away from the window. His legs were weak, and his mind was racing. He had seen something no one would ever believe. The next morning, Owen was barely able to look his parents in the eye. He wanted to tell them what had happened, but he knew they would never believe him. Instead, he watched as they laughed it off, assuming it was just a bear or some other creature. He couldn't bring himself to tell them what he'd witnessed, but he wasn't the same. After breakfast, Owen couldn't ignore the feeling that something was terribly wrong. He rushed outside, his heart hammering, and looked at the scratches on the cabin's wood. They were deeper now, more pronounced, and when he looked closely, he saw something that made his stomach twist. Fur. Long, dark hair caught in the grooves of the scratch marks, two different kinds of fur. One was thick and coarse, the other long and wiry, almost wolf-like. That's when Owen knew. He knew the truth, even if no one else would believe him. The cabin wasn't safe. Something or someone was out there, and they weren't leaving. The family packed up and left that afternoon. Owen begged them not to come back, but his parents thought it was just a childish fear. He swore to them that he would never step foot in that cabin again. They didn't listen, but it didn't matter. After a few months, the cabin was sold, and the new owners moved in, not knowing what had been waiting for them. They were gone in less than a month, vanished without a trace. No one ever heard from them again. The end.